That's what your shoes sound like on the court, you fat motherfucker.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Last like actual like headline that I want to talk about would be in reference to my team. Okay. Do I want to lead this? Because all right, you know what? Fuck it, yo.
Matt, be prepared. I'm telling you, this is where it gets good.
So here's the thing, right? This is gonna come off as bias. This is gonna come off as, you know, because it directly affected my team. It's gonna sound like there's a lot of salt coming from me. But here's the thing, right? Tanking in general, like for sports, it sucks because the point of sports is to win games, but that's where the integrity of it should be at, right? So then it comes to situations like the Jets, like in the Jaguars, right? The Jets were tanking, but then they won a game. Then they won another game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, were they really tanking or were they really just, you know, a bad football team that just happened to win a few games, right? So nobody, especially Jets fans, had a problem with the Jets tanking when they tanked. And basically the Jaguars, yeah, well, whatever. You're a weirdo.
A lot of people also had problems with them winning.
Nobody had a problem with the Jaguars basically openly tanking once the Jets won against the Rams and they held the tiebreaker, right? So the thing is that why is it that everybody had a problem with what the Eagles did? I mean, yeah, they wanted a better. Everybody's saying like, all right, they wanted a better draft pick, but 6-9 to me in the NFL draft, to me, I don't feel like that makes a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? Now with the Giants last year, in reference to Chase Young. When we beat Washington, the winner of that game basically got the second or third, I forgot what pick it was, but second pick, and would have gotten Chase Young. I feel like that's different because both teams is really playing for nothing. So I feel like it's just integrity at that point. And that's kind of what this game against Philly and Washington kind of was. It was playing against integrity. Now, all right, cool. If y'all want to lose the game, fine, lose the game. Y'all already had all of these people out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already ruled
9 starters out.
So sit your starting quarterback.
If you gonna sit Hurts, play the third string dude the whole game and don't put it on you're trying to see what you have him do. No. This nigga's been in the league for however many fucking years and you know he sucks. You knew from the first drive what he was as a fucking quarterback. The second drive, where he fucking fumbles a direct snap to him. If you don't know what you have in him from that point moment, Doug Pederson, you don't know fucking football. And now all I'm going to say in terms of the integrity of the game is that, everybody, I knew this shit was coming. Everybody had a problem with it. Not just Joe Judge, not just Giants fans. Miles Sanders had a problem with it. Carson Wentz was out there talking to Jason Kelce on the bench till 1 o'clock in the morning. And if that doesn't tell you what you need to know about this shit, that should tell you, that right there should tell you that this shit was intentional. And you know what? It affected my team. Yeah, I'm a little bit mad about it. Okay, cool. But in general, play to win the game. Deshaun Watson played the whole game against, against Tennessee. And he almost won that shit by himself. Why? Because he's a gamer. That's what he does. He plays. You shouldn't be fucking evaluating the backup on the Eagles. You should be evaluating Jalen Hurts. See what you have in your future quarterback. What does it tell you as a future quarterback that your coach is out here intentionally trying to lose games?
I think Doug might have just lost his job with that shit, to be honest.
I think he lost the locker room for damn sure.
Oh, he definitely did. Definitely lost the locker room.
For damn sure.
But that's the thing, like, me and JT were talking about earlier. If you want to tank, we all know motherfuckers are tanking. Just don't sit Jalen the whole game and say you just don't want him to. You're just not risking injury. That's it. That's it. You don't pull him at the end. That's
corny. That's corny. That's corny, bro.
The fact that you got to hold back players from beefing with their own coach, bro.
It's corny to me, bro. From going to the 9th pick to the 6th pick, cool, whatever, y'all.
Yeah, in the NFL it doesn't really. If it's not a tie 5, like.
I hope whoever they draft is a bust. Honestly, I don't care who it is. I just hope that whoever it is bust. So, Whatever.
Just even waited for this.
Nah,
Because I already know he's probably gonna say something to piss me off, but I'm already. Listen,
he's ready.
Because I'm here already.
He got his water out. He's ready. Nah, here's the thing, right? Here's my thing with it. I agree. It was the dumbest because I was flipping back between the Eagles game and Steph absolutely going bonkers.
62 points.
62 points.
That
Right?
light skinned guy is actually
was.
pretty good. Can we give him a clap actually for all the niggas talking shit about Steph Curry? Yeah.
And I took that personal.
Took it very personal, right? So I'm flipping back and forth, right? So then the score, I think the score was like 17-14 or something like that, right? And I flip back and I see Jalen Hurts on the sideline and Sudfeld warming up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, Jalen Hurts got hurt. I'm like, damn. Like, we can't have nothing as black people.
You got a quarterback you don't claim.
He's a running back. Sorry. Damn it, John.
I had to.
I'm telling you, John, you better pray you guys win this week.
You better pray we don't, because you're going to hate me.
So both of us got to be praying.
Lord Jesus.
Then we go to church and invite Matt. but no, all right. So I'm confused as to why Sudfeld's coming in. Everybody, even like Chris Collinsworth, they announced
Jalen Hurts' face, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, y'all really pulled me?
Bro, and you saw in the lip reading thing, he's like, we fucking scored, right? Like, so I'm like, all right, bet. So Sudfeld comes in, and I'm like, you know what? So here's selfishly, I took the Washington at -3.5, and they covered, right? So that's why I found it funny. But at the same time, it was an egregious move. I agree. It was asinine. It was any word you can describe it. It made absolutely no sense football-wise why Doug Pederson would do this. You know what you had. So that's the problem is you knew what you had in Nate Sudfeld because Nate Sudfeld has played games for the Eagles as starting quarterback before, right? He played when Foles was still on the team, right? He has gotten looks as the starter before when people got hurt. So it's not like, oh, I want to see what you knew what you had, right? You see him in practice every day. You know what he's doing, right? And to do it in the third quarter or at the start of the fourth quarter, I think, right?
Yep, start of the fourth.
Yeah. That's just dumb. It's idiotic. Because if you want to see him, what Miles said, you start him, right? If that's what you really want to do, if you're like, all right, I already seen what I want to see when Jalen for the season. I want to keep him healthy, blah, blah.
Started at the very least the second half.
Exactly. It's like, oh, damn, Jalen's not really doing it. Quarterback change. Let's see what we have. And then going into the offseason, we have to decide between three quarterbacks. Cool. Him doing it at the fourth, it was blatantly just wow, right? So my whole thing on it, though, right, is two things. One, for the Giant fans crying about that, the integrity piece aside, right? Mm-hmm. You can't be mad the Eagles blew the game because you can't rely on a 4-11 team to win a game for you.
Yeah, like what Logan Ryan said.
Right? You are 6-10. You had 16 games, right? You want to talk like bring it back to the integrity of like, oh, you only have 16 games. Play hard all 16 games. Yep. You had 16 games to make the playoffs. You only won 6 of them. This is on you. You control what you can control, especially because after the Seahawks game, the Giants were in control of the division. All they had to do was win 2 games?
Giants had to win one more game after well, technically speaking,
2, right?
2 because they beat I knew they were going to beat the Cowboys week 17 and they just needed one more.
So you needed either that Cardinals win or the
Browns or Ravens.
Browns or Ravens, right?
The Cardinals was the most winnable.
That was definitely the most winnable.
Fraud watch.
And the Browns one was I thought that was a winnable game for the Giants.
All right.
The Browns are just playing really, really well at the time.
Sorry, you finish your point.
Right. So that's the problem I had with this. Like you're 6-10, you don't deserve to be complaining about missing the playoffs in the way you did because you could control it. I think that's separate from the integrity tanking issue. My problem is that with tanking, I think with this, there's levels to it. And I think the problem is people are okay with tanking, but you have to do it in a certain way. And I think that's where I think maybe we differ upon. Because me thinking, I see tanking as what the Jets did and what the Jaguars did all season and what the Eagles did in the fourth quarter as pretty much the same thing. Not to the same level, but tanking is tanking, whether you do it intentionally or unintentionally, right? Because like you said, if you want to get the quarterback new looks, why did the Jets run out Joe Flacco instead of playing their rookie quarterback when Sam Darnold was hurt? For those of you, why play Joe Flacco, right? You're playing personnel, and then when the Jets lost to the Raiders, right? people were laughing at the fact that Greg Williams threw the game. They're tanking, right? People laughed at the Jets because they won a game because they messed up the tank. So that's my problem. My problem is that tanking is. We laugh at the Jets for screwing up the tank, right, and beating the Rams, but where the integrity thing comes into play when the Eagles do it so blatantly. So my thing is
that's exactly what it comes down to. It's how blatant.
So
you do
like,
it.
but that's
life.
But here's the
That's life. Though.
So is it? So the problem is that just because it was so in your face about it,
Yes.
not because that they were tanking.
Yes.
okay, but
that's exactly what it is.
but there's consequences, Justin. That's what I feel like is part of it. Yo, because in hindsight, even though Adam Gase ended up getting fired, he did the right thing by firing Greg Williams. Because regardless of whatever happened, Adam Gase was not coming back as coach next season.
But did the Jets? And we talked about it on the pod.
Yeah.
After the Broncos loss, I said I was very adamant about it. If the Jets don't fire him after that game, they are showing that they want to tank. And the reason why Adam Gase was not fired midseason was because they wanted to tank. Because why was Adam Gase kept on, but Dan Quinn fired midseason?
But
because you guys are the worst organization.
But I'm saying
Because every other coach got fired midseason.
But you saw those guys played more inspired football. The Falcons played more inspired, even though the record doesn't show.
They were in a lot of. They were in
better,
basically every game. Yeah.
right. So I think, and people were saying the reason Adam Gase was kept on was to ensure the tank. You know how? Because when Greg Williams got fired, the Jets defense got better. Aside from the Seahawks game, the Jets defense was monumentally better. So that's why I know that if Adam Gase was fired and you brought in an assistant, whatever, they would have been better. You saw what happened when he gave up play calling. The offense was better.
Yeah.
So we purposely tanked, and we put it in everybody's face with Adam Gase.
Yeah, but y'all were
to me,
tanking
it was
for a generational
But I
quarterback.
don't. And here's the.
But that's what I'm saying.
What are the Eagles
so the
tanking
stakes,
for?
so that because
And
the
that's-
stakes are different, that's what makes it
Yes,
different.
the entire situation is different.
Yeah,
It's also the
it's-
same shit
it's
where
just
it's like
not
at the end of
comparable.
the year, a team playing for nothing will still try and win if they know them winning will stop a division rival from getting into the playoffs.
It's not comparable.
It's very
yo.
different when you purposely lose. So
But I mean, at
division
this
rival.
point,
Tanking-
there's one division rival's getting in, one's not.
Well,
exactly.
and
So
that's
that's
fair.
the
It's
thing.
like, yeah.
You're not leaving it up to the teams.
So, all right. So, also, I guess in the integrity question, I have to ask this, right? If the Giants locked up the division at 1 p.m., right? So, let's say all the Giants to do was just beat the Cowboys and they're in, right? And Doug Pederson does the same exact
Still
thing.
looks bad.
It's still a
Is
problem.
it
bad.
still
Yes.
But is it still talked about as
Here's
much?
here's the
As
thing.
much,
All right,
no,
now
because
here-
the ripple effect isn't there, but it's still a problem for the Eagles organization.
And the thing about it is that game wouldn't have gotten flexed to Sunday Night Football. Everybody knew the reason why it got flexed to Sunday Night Football is because it was going to have an impact on who would.
playoffs.
Exactly, it's because it had playoff implications. It wouldn't have got flexed to Sunday Night Football. So with that said, everybody's expecting a game. You hear Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth literally joking about like. You know, he said, Al Michaels said, yo, if the Eagles pull this one out, I'm going to have to pull this shit back to the 80s and do my famous call. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's embarrassing, yo.
What? I mean, they were laughing at every time Sudfeld took a snap. You could see that they knew nothing good was going to come of those snaps.
Exactly. Like, yo, here's the thing, bro. Like, I get it. Yo, if you're gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all gonna play to win the game, y'all gotta play to win the game. Because if they knew that going into the game, like, all right, bet Sudfeld's gonna play, players and shit, they wouldn't have had a problem with it. That means that Jalen Hurts was at practice all week, taking first team snaps,
First team
snaps,
reps, yeah.
all of that. That came out of left for the players to have the reaction that they had. That had to have came out of left field for them.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna coach like y'all are playing to win the game, the thing that I believe in is that coaching players don't tank. The fact that Doug Pederson went out there and tanked the game, that says a lot about him, and that's why he lost the Eagles locker room to me.
Players don't
They're
tank.
about to blow that whole shit up.
Players never tank. You saw it with Mekhi Becton when he was coming after the Jet fans after they won the Rams game.
Yeah.
Players don't want to tank, and that's why I'm always on the side of the players. Because players go out there, they bust their ass. They're the ones getting paid to do
This is their
shit.
livelihood. They don't want to keep losing games because that means they can never get a contract again.
The only people that want tanking is the front office and the fan base.
Yeah, because coaches don't want it either because that means they're going to get fired and have a losing record.
Exactly. That like if it affects coaches and
Yeah, but Doug Pederson
So
just is not a
the
good
problem
coach.
is, you know what? Does Doug think that his
Job is that
Doug
safe.
must be pretty ballsy to think his job is safe.
They're about to blow that whole shit up.
But when we talk about though, how much Do you think we break the trend now?
One more year.
You think
I give it one more year.
I was gonna say, do we break the trend of a Super Bowl guarantees you at least 4 or 5 more years?
I think he's going to be the exception because, like you said, he lost the locker room, and you can't lose the locker room and trot out a second-year quarterback.
And the problem
with the same coach
that. And the problem is that a lot of the shit with Carson, you can make an argument that was coach. I mean, yes, Carson was not making good decisions.
Yeah.
He took a step backwards.
But he also wasn't put in a position to win.
And a lot of Eagles fans was mad at play calling. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're saying Carson Wentz might get traded to the Colts.
And he also said off rip that he was like, with the first headline I saw when he asked for the trade was because of his divide with Doug Pederson. So
Frank Ray, Wentz wagon, we're going to Indianapolis.
Yeah, man. So
Pat McAfee doesn't want it.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want him there.
I saw that. I wonder who Pat McAfee wants for the future though, because it's not Phillip Rivers.
I mean,
absolutely not.
Obviously
but
not.
I don't think he wants Jacoby Brissett as the future. Nope. I mean, I like Jacoby, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. Nope.
But yeah, bro.
Maybe they trade for Jimmy. Terrible
Porn
move.
star Jimmy.
Lateral move.
It's just the Eagles. I hope that this is like the turning point in the NFC East where they become trash and we become really good. That's what the Giants fan point is. And that's the thing, y'all. For y'all that's listening, obviously I'm a diehard Giants fan, and yes, I'm tight that this affects me. But at the same time, Giants fans, we don't got nobody to blame for ourselves. We were in most of the games that we played in the season. We could have beat the Rams. We could have beat the Buccaneers. The only games that I feel like we could not have won was the Ravens, the Browns, and the 49ers game. Every other game was winnable for us. And you know what? Joe Judge is to blame too because shit, if he had rested Daniel Jones another week, he would have been healthier against the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it boils down to a lot of different things. Overall, like I opened with when I was talking about the Giants at first, we know we got the coach. And that's a hard battle to fight. Daniel got to get better. And yeah, that's
one of those not project quarterbacks, one of those quarterbacks that might be ready in a couple years is available. Do you take him?
Like in the later rounds of the draft? What are you talking about?
No. Yeah, I'm talking about the draft. Like, because what is your pick going to be now? A teens pick?
11th. They probably...
Okay. So yeah, that'll fill the need.
Yeah, we'll probably either fuck with a lineman. I hope we sign a receiver in free agency before we draft one.
Who's going to be available? Ertz. I think he's a free agent because they were like, he stayed at the stadium till like 1 a.m. and was crying when he left because it's probably his last game as an Eagle.
Could you see him retiring?
I don't know. I feel like he's still too good.
I think he's still good. I mean,
he was on the trade block this year. Teams wanted him.
I mean, he was on the verge of getting a big contract, and the Eagles were like, nah. So,
yeah, I don't think he'll retire. I think he'll
hurt.
Yeah, and I think this shit is just showing that the Eagles don't give a fuck. So
Kelsey, I think, is done too, right?
Jason Kelsey?
Yeah.
He's kind of old.
Dang. End of an era.
Hey, man, listen.
They still got Philly. They will always have Philly.
Isn't it funny?
Fucking trade back.
Fucking Nick Foles will forever be outside of Lincoln Financial Field.
So will Doug Pederson.
Crazy.
Bro, that statue is going to get fucked up, bro.
I don't think... for as bad
Listen,
say what you want, he got them their first NFL Super Bowl win. He will forever be... He could lose every game for the rest of the year for the next 5 years. He will forever be known as the coach that got them the Super Bowl
I ain't gonna
win.
lie, he going out kind of sad right now.
Very
going
sad.
out real
sad.
sad.
Very sad. Bigly sad. He's going out worse than Trump is right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah.
He's still counting the votes.
And it's going to be interesting
tomorrow.
with this Eagles team. Because Schwartz said he's not coming... Well, at least he's taking a break from next year.
He said he's taking
a year off.
Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So...
It's not like your defense is that great anyway.
Damn, John.
Have I told a lie?
I mean, they had a bunch of injuries this year, too.
That's how it has said.
Wow.
What did we say? Defensive schemes.
I can't believe they let a nigga with one leg beat them, but that's a whole other situation.
Damn, come on, man.
Don't do that.
He didn't beat him. Chase Young beat him.
Chase Young
is a beast.
Chase Young.
Oh my God.
Chase Young is good, and with that said, Washington should have beat us last year, and we could have got Chase Young. It's so crazy how like everything in the NFL is like a domino effect. Like one thing just
meaningless wins, meaningless games, but in certain situations,
Yeah, they got to do a lottery. They got to do the lottery. They're gonna have to after this year. I feel like after this Doug Pederson shit, next year they're gonna deal with the tanking.
You know, it's so funny because the reason why it's like everything kind of like comes back on my team. The reason why they started doing the NBA lottery was because the Knicks were tanking for Patrick Ewing.
That draft was rigged.
Yeah,
But also,
Frozen envelope.
I think the last thing to do, just to put a nice bow on sports, is to just go over the way we finished our picks, our primetime picks this season.
yeah.
You just wanted to get that in, didn't you?
We have to.
did.
It's something we do. He didn't even say this full scoreboard last week.
You don't have to do anything, Sean. Nobody's forcing you to do
You're just
anything.
mad because you lost.
You just
I'm not mad.
'cause your ass is old.
I'm disappointed.
Does a final count actually matter, or can I just say who came in first and who came in last?
I don't think it
You
matters.
just say
Okay, well, John won. Yay.
put the order. You bump.
Yeah, I was.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, I was gonna start with one and go and work my
Matt, you
way
see,
down.
this is why I need him to lose, because John is such a sore winner. Oh my god!
I just want to know the gap between him and Matt, just to show that you don't listen to Miles' picks.
Nah, son. See, this is some
John
hate.
he wants to draw this out.
This is some hating shit. Nah. All right. So John came in first. Justin came in second. I came in third, and then Matt came in fourth. And I only won by like 2 games. It was either 2 games or 3 games.
Damn.
Yeah.
What does this do for? What did this do? How did that add to anything?
You tell me, JT.
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to figure that out too.
Hey, man.
Miles is two games away from the table,
Well, guess
and
what?
Matt don't even watch sports.
So
That just goes to show you.
I'm ruining the credibility of
NFL.
our podcast. That's what it does. It ruins the credibility of our podcast.
NFL.
Matt's about to become the
Yeah, we're
third
about to
host.
replace
fucking
Miles on the
blocks.
billboard.
Exactly.
Hey, man, listen. Next year we'll play for the table, for real, for real.
Oh, now we're not playing for the
Oh
table.
wow! Nah, you know what it is, and now it's Sarah. It went from Saratobi Sports Podcast to Saratobi Sports Podcast with Matt. We added him into the show title.
You know how, like, if you ever watch, like,
successfully fought my way to the table.
you ever watch like a 90s sitcom, like with white people, and this is like, yo, it'll be like
A famous person starring.
Yeah, it'll be like John Stamos. It'll be like da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then it'll be like Jalil White as Steve Urkel. Like, why would, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you just do everybody, like, you know?
No, I did notice that.
You know, isn't that so
Yeah.
fucking weird? That's basically what we're doing. This is like, there's John, there's JT, there's Miles. Then
Well, I guess because
There's Matt.
Steve
This-
Urkel wasn't. He's not
he was
supposed to be the main
recurring.
character.
Yeah, but he became one. So
Yeah.
he was actually not supposed to be in the show at all. Like,
Really?
he was supposed to be like a one-time character.
Yeah,
and he
and
just
Like
screen
for like a one season
Yeah,
or
like-
one
no,
episode.
like-
the
one or
80s
two
is
episodes.
such a weird time, yo,
and
because
he
it was
just screen tested so well. And they were like, fuck it.
It's literally like there'll be one thing that niggas just hang on to. Like I'm saying, like for Family Matters it was Urkel. For like Different Strokes, it was fucking Gary Coleman. What you talking about? What, like you're saying like what the fuck? Like
Mr. Drummond.
Like
Yeah,
I look back and I'm like, this shit was like not, you know what
Like
I'm saying?
in Breaking Bad, Jesse Pinkman was only supposed to last 5 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, he was supposed to be killed after 5.
What is
Yeah.
it? In Good Times, everybody knows JJ.
Everybody knows JJ.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know JJ, then you just don't know good black television.
but like no, that's you know, it's funny because I always thought growing up that it was. I just knew it as Steve, like not the Steve Urkel show, but it was just
his
that's Steve Urkel
Because
show.
didn't know it was Family Matters.
I
for
didn't
mad
know that
long.
the show was supposed to be about the Winslows, and this nigga was just coming in causing a ruckus every day.
Waking up and choosing chaos.
Howdy ho, Winslows! Like, it's crazy. CJ McCollum was wilding back then.
Oh, CJ.
The fact that his high school picture is literally the most like Steve Urkel picture ever.
Oh my god, that picture is so funny, bro. The fact that his like limbs grew and the rest of his body didn't,
He's so skinny. What was that? He was a freshman on the varsity team or something
Yeah.
like that. So skinny.
looking like a baby.
He
Yeah.
put Lehigh on the map.
Definitely did put Lee on the map. That nigga was killing Duke. Real shit.
Who doesn't kill? I feel like mad niggas be killing Duke in the
The way that
in the tournament.
the way that shit goes, like Duke in the tournament is just niggas coming to MSG to ball out. You know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about? Like you talking about what's it called? How Julius Randle is a Mavs killer or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's like niggas come to the Knicks and just kill. Everybody's a Knicks
I'm
killer.
gonna say Ish Smith is a Nets killer.
If you come to the Garden and you're not wearing a Knicks jersey, you can go off at any point.
Yeah, that ass.
Like that's
It,
what, that's
it
what
might
it
just
is.
be your
It's
day.
the MSG thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's funny because it just Steph dropped what? It was 62 at the Garden, right?
No, 62 was his
50,
career high. He
50.
never hit
Oh, yeah.
60. It was like 50.
It was like 50 something. I was
Yeah.
watching that game too. And the funny thing is that Jeremy Lin was actually on the Warriors at that time. And this was like early Melo Knicks. This was like 2011,
Steph
2000.
just had to remind y'all who he was.
No, that was before.
I'm talking about right
2011?
now. I'm talking about right now.
No, that couldn't have been 2011.
It was a while ago.
It was a while
bro.
ago.
I thought that was like
it was
a
before
year before
Steph started going, like before the Warriors got good.
I thought that was the year before. I thought it was Mark Jackson year. No,
It was Mark Jackson. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was the year right before Steve Kerr came.
I'll tell you right now. That
Damn.
was. Let's see.
Nah, Steph really had to remind y'all who he was.
54
Like,
points versus
motherfuckers
Knicks.
What year?
I'll tell you. 54. This was it was 2013. February 2013.
13. Okay.
That was a minute ago though.
We were still in high
Damn.
school. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, last year of high school.
No,
Okay.
your last
sorry.
year of high school. I was my junior in high school. I was watching that game. I'm like, damn, yo, this Steph Curry nigga. All right, another nigga that we probably
Yeah,
should have
after
had.
4 years of his ankle being glass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, what? It took Steph, 6 years to get on?
I would say he came on right there, maybe like a year after. He didn't become.
So he was 09 draft, right?
He was the Johnny. Wasn't he the Johnny Flynn draft?
Yeah, was that 09?
Jordan Hill. This shit haunts me every fucking.
It was the Johnny Flynn draft.
2009
Think so.
NBA draft. Let's look at it, you guys. Let's see. This is a Blake Griffin draft. Was it really? No. Johnny. Yes, it was. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good draft. Blake Griffin, Hashim Thabit. What a name.
Yikes.
James Harden, Tyreek
Him going
Evans.
2.
Who would have thought that at that time Tyreek Evans was going to be better than James Harden? It was actually a pretty solid draft if you look at it. Because then you got Ricky Rubio, Johns Mans, Stephen Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Brandon Jennings.
See, Timberwolves being garbage. Why'd you draft 2 point guards in the first round?
Drew Holiday.
And neither of them was Steph Curry.
A lot of niggas still in the league in this draft. Wow. Jeff Teague,
Bro, I forgot he was in the league until I saw him in the Celtics.
Taj
Teague?
Gibson,
Yeah, he just be on teams.
Wayne
Does.
Ellington, Tony Douglas, Knicks legend. Wow.
Knicks legend Tony Douglas.
Yo, I was talking to Pat Bev was in this joint. Fucking wow, Patty Mills, Dozier. Wow, this is a lot of niggas in this draft. Anyway, I'm over it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it took him 4 years to get on,
Yeah.
and then 6 to become Steph Curry.
You know Steph Curry's like 32 now, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And remember, niggas wanted Monte Ellis over Steph.
Well, he was like loved by the Bay, so that's what they were upset when he got traded.
Yeah.
Well, also another person we were talking about when they get into an environment like Mavs fans love Monte Ellis.
I liked Monte Ellis on the Mavs.
Like
Bro, Monte was
is fucking
I
great.
love Monte
Mid-range
Ellis, bro.
killer, and people didn't realize that he could actually pass, and like he got mad steals.
Monte Ellis
But
was
he
like,
wasn't doing that shit on the Bucks.
He wasn't on the We Believe Warriors, right?
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah.
Isn't that some shit?
Richardson, Barnes.
What a great team. What a time, yo.
Barnes.
Matt Barnes.
Oh, that
Matt Barnes
Barnes.
was it?
I was thinking of Harrison.
Harrison? Oh.
I was like, what?
Oh, nah.
Yeah, it was Matt Barnes.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes.
Two Barnes have been inspirational on the.
Right.
I don't know how inspirational Harrison Barnes was on the
I feel-
team.
Hey, he played a big role in that the championship.
I feel like because the
did.
NBA,
43.
there's not that much parity when it comes to the NBA. So I feel like anytime we see like a great story, like I really do enjoy it. So like the Heat making the finals last year was like great because nobody expected the Heat to fucking make the finals.
I'm just so mad I didn't bet at that time because I would have had so much money.
Yeah, you would have had a little bit of money, John.
Yeah, that was the tournament for niggas that just be in the gym. That was the in the gym tournament bubble.
Yeah.
Niggas that don't care about social interaction at all. Yeah,
Jimmy Butler and James Holmes.
They did very, very well.
Now you guys not picking up on my joke.
You said James. First of all, I didn't even hear the second
yeah,
name.
you
I heard
like,
Jimmy
what?
Butler and you trailed
Yeah, and I
off.
said James Holmes.
Oh. My God, I was just texting him the other day. I was like, "Yo,
How
Steph,
is- how-
I
how's
was like,
he doing?
Steph swore he was you on court 2 the other day, huh?"
Oh my god. Yo, that was OD. Niggas. That was crazy.
Shout out to James.
Yo, oh god.
I'm still saying that.
I feel so bad for anybody that don't get our James references, but yo, god damn.
I
I don't even know
still
James
say,
listen, but shout out to James. And yeah, that's pretty much it for us here at Regrown. Follow us at Saratobi Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure to go check out the YouTube channel, and you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. If you're listening on one platform, whatever your preferred platform is, we most likely there. And yeah, I mean, follow me at Offended Narwhal on Twitter. Watch One Piece. Go do that. And yeah, y'all gonna hate me next week if the Ravens win, guys.
Holla at your boy. All right. What's it called? Y'all can follow me on the gram, I guess. WorldWideWest_11. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna follow you back, but whatever. I'm, cool. Black Lives Matter, and make sure y'all wear protection. It's scary out here, yo. And by that, I mean a mask and gloves and PPE.
Take those gloves as you will.
No
Wow.
glove, no love.
Yikes. No, you
Hand
can have
gloves.
love.
You definitely can have
You
love.
can have love. Just Sax Von Miller. Anyway, so yeah, I guess with that, yeah, I got nothing to plug. Tip your local bartenders and waitresses and delivery drivers. Well, actually, no, not bartenders and waitresses, because Cuomo probably going to shut this shit down any day now. So yeah, delivery drivers and Black Lives Matter and nematodes are people too.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold.